What's up guys, welcome back. So Pendulum's new format, new TCG format, simple Pendulum's Endymion I guess, because Servant is back to 3, or went back to 3 on our most recent Forbidden and Limited list. So this is the current list, and I'm rusty. I'm really rusty with the deck. Again, all the effects, all the different clauses, etc. So again, apologies if there's any mistakes or misplays, but it's, well, I guess it's pure Pendulums. None of the cards actually do potentially go second. I'm looking at Book of Eclipse, Nibiru or something like that. The thing is that this deck is somewhat fragile and it's kind of weak to Ash Blossom, Gamma as well. And you know, depending on our new format, those cards, especially Ash Blossom, might see more play again. And that's, you know, for this deck super hard. So you know, this is basically Endymion, small Pendulum Magician package as well in the main deck with harmonizing Pendulum Call, simply, you know, more spells, I guess, in the form of Pendulum Call. You know, give me, or at least give the Endymion cards or the monsters on my side of the field more counters. Simple as that. Celine, I feel, is either definitely a 2-off, maybe even a 3-off, simply because in all the games I realized that her effect is not once per turn, at least not hard once per turn, as in, you know, yeah, restricted to her name, right? It's just go for a new copy. The new copy will get, you know, the equal amount of counters, plus you can, you know, use a reborn effect. Again, that's not once per turn. It's limited to the card itself. So anyway, I guess it kind of, you know, works very similar to basically any Pendulum deck. Like Pendulum Magicians, they lost Artifact Sight. Again, that was kind of popular with that variant, right? Baron and stuff like that to pop, you know, during your opponent's turn, or, you know, special summon Sight from the graveyard. But now here, I guess the goal of the deck is to end on a couple of negations. You have Endymion, the spell negator, right? Mainly the spell negator. You have Vortex, basically an Omni negation. Depends if you have the capability to go for either Savage and or Baron. It's probably one or the other. Depends, right? Which cards you opened with, or potentially with extenders, or which extenders you had before. And then maybe Masquerina, maybe maybe other place. There's no Appaloosa, because there's just no room, but Appaloosa might be, I'm not so sure if, like Endymion, you could definitely, but I feel, you know, just leaving Celine on board to potentially reborn something, to bounce something, or, you know, special summon Endymion from the graveyard, or from your hand, again, that's, I feel, might just be better than maybe a weaker Appaloosa. Yes, whatchamacallit, it's been a while again, you know, the left scale here, she, every time a spell card is activated, she will get a counter, remove 3 to search basically any Pendulum from the deck. It's currently, at least in the main deck, again, I wanted to keep the main deck 40 cards sharp, to keep it, you know, as consistent as possible. It's currently a 2-off, but it kind of feels strange with Servant, right? Like both of them, it kind of feels really awkward sometimes if you don't have, like, you know, the multiple spells in hand to fuel those you know, counters. Again, very similar opening board: Celine, potential reborn, Vortex, Baron, Endymion, and Shackle. Yes. Really cool, this one. So Endymions, it has been, I can't remember the last time when I played Endymions. Again, Pendulum's like a year, maybe over a year, but that was most of the time Pendulum Magicians. So like, this is awkward. Like, was the Imperm drawn? I'm not so sure. This was super awkward, no? Anyway, so in the long run, I'm going to lose. Well, Endymion is going to, you know, make up for that searching a normal spell from deck when it's, you know, destroyed by battle. Vortex is indeed getting banished off of Fenrir, and Big Eye is going to, you know, hit the board. And again, I don't want to give my opponent a live Baron, so I'm going to use its effect as getting negated, obviously. But again, this makes it so that your opponent now cannot use Baron during my turn. And now again, very similar to, you know, before, the Pendulum scales are still intact. I can special summon Servant with Cerberus and use Cerberus to banish one of my opponent's monsters. What is it, face down? No, just banish them. Not like KASHTIRA. Set up the scale again, going for Celine, you know, getting those counters, Pendulum summon first, and then potentially reborn like a spellcaster, or special summon one from the hand. Go for Savage first as a potential Omni negation, getting that delicious 3. and, you know, Link or Link 3 material attached to it. Callby is fine, I can just... it doesn't matter. Dweller is there. I was like, maybe I should add in Curtain Raiser as well. It kind of depends how powerful this Dweller, or at least how powerful Dweller is going to be in our new TCG format. Tear is definitely still there, so I guess Dweller is still an option, or should be in your extra deck. The question is how hard you want to focus on it, and something like Curtain Raiser might help. Same for the Pendulum Magicians, the small Pendulum Magician package. The spellbook engine might be awkward, or at least the ratios might be awkward. One blue boy, I dropped one blue boy from the main deck, just one is fine, I feel. You know, you can search it with Crowley, which is basically the Link 2 you'll be making first. And double secrets and double power. No, it's not power, the draw card, the D-draw card. So the small problem might be is that you draw into blue boy, so you know you can't use Crowley with these ratios, but I don't think it matters too much. Again, if you draw blue boy, then it's your normal summon for the turn, you know, secrets and then knowledge. That's the name I was looking for. You know, we get those beneficial counters on one of the Endymions or the Endymions on field. So again, I guess a potential access code talker would make sense. No, not Appaloosa would make sense, but again, would have been a weak Appaloosa, but still one monster negation could be enough as well. So use Endymion, bounce itself back. We don't want the field spell to be resolved or to resolve. Still a Vortex, still Dweller is intact. So again, against Tier or any Tier variant, this should be game, especially with a couple of negations. And yeah, this is more than enough. So another one. Ah yes, the thing is that going second. Again, as I mentioned before, the decklist is hard going first. Maybe like I saw Thrift playing Adventurers. I'm not so sure about Adventurers here in this build, especially Blue Boy, stuff like that. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Then again, Adventurer package can help out going second against the Tier boards, the double toad boards. Could force out interruption, hand traps. Problem is that it's asking a lot of main deck options, right? So I'm not so sure about Adventure, but again, the deck is hard built going first. I'm not so sure if I can replace cards in the main deck for potential going second cards like Nibiru, Eclipse. It's kind of going first card, but you know what I mean. Or, well, it could be used going first, you know, defensive. Just said it right, but again, you know what I mean. Nibiru is indeed getting negated by Jackal, and yes, I should have used Illusion first. My mistake. It's fine though, because here in this case, again, here is where I realized Serene or Celine was not once per turn, or, you know, limited to its effect, her effect once per turn. So it's limited to once per copy, and yeah, what I was about to say is that the illusion or that one card in hand would just be discarded right here in this case, or potential discard cost for a unicorn, because again the Masquerina was always to be made, at least that was my plan. Getting rid of the normal summon and starter was already activated, so that should be game against Sprite. Okay, so Pendulums, Endymions, really cool, but again, like a huge regional or YCS level, not enough. Not enough. It's simply not as consistent as I feel. Again, this is far from an optimal build, so like always, feel free to leave suggestions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a card or like. If you enjoyed the video, Leakum signing out. Peace.